smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love. I look at you and know it's alright. You read my mind, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love. I don't need another love. Yeah. We do this every day. We do this love for life. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love.
Welcome in, everybody. It is Sunday night. It's the Triple C Show. It is live. It is for your entertainment. It's going to be a good time. The ladies are ready. It's the amazing smooth sounds from that Carolina coast. It's 70 Kiel and out with us. Angela Minch is bringing it up from that Virginia-based area. She's going to raise the roof tonight with her engagement of the Shannon. You know what? Monorail Mollie's here for your comedy enjoyment and great questions, and I'm excited about that. Our guest tonight, you know her, you love her. You see her all over social media, posting and pushing all of the JSA quality content, and man, she knows Loungeflies like no other. It is the amazing Sammy D of JSA Creations. I couldn't be more excited. This show is going to be off the chart. The Triple C's are ready. Let's get into it. Welcome to the opening of the show. Hello, ladies. It's good to see you again. Everybody's
Hello.
fired up and excited. I guess tonight's Angela's time to do the chat. So I'll start down in the lower corner and say, Jen, how are you doing this Sunday afternoon?
I'm doing great. The Browns won.
They did win. I was pleasantly surprised since I took them in a pool and really needed them to win. So that was a good thing. So I was very happy there. Well, good to see you. Glad you're here. Going to be a fun night with our guests tonight, I believe. Another good quality guest that you guys have lined up. Stephanie, how are things in Carolina?
The Ravens won today. Yay.
They did. They beat the snot out of somebody. I can't remember who it was. Okay.
The Seahawks will do better next week. I feel sure.
We hope so. But you know what? To brighten your day, I got you an incredible creator who I know that you wear her ears as well when you go to the party. We'll talk about that a little.
Do.
That's going to be good. And Miss Minter, how are you?
Doing all right.
Yeah? Will your cats be joining us?
They're both sleeping in the room, so they probably will not get on the desk, hopefully.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So I'm excited about tonight. It's going to be a great show. We all know Sammy D. She and her husband Joey are a big supporter of our channel. They do a great job, and they are local creators, and they are local Disney local Disney business influenced by Disney. So we're going to talk about that and all the things so we go through. So let's get things rolling. Angela, chat's on you tonight. Let's get it rolling. Start with you.
All right, let's welcome in Jan S. Disney, Vicky Gillespie, the Tomorrowland Traveler, Fred O'Malley, Corby Sinclair, Paul Engel, Debbie Bernfeld, Marin Memphis, Lila Rose, Brian and Edith, JC Skipper Brian, Shelby Johnsey, Jill Watchbrick, Katie Mack, Earth Citizen 3, Susan Silva, Jean Fitzmagic, Joey D, Piglet Rue Loves Disney, Disney Connections, Surf Bomb John, Tim Rimple,
Nice.
Zippity Doo Dog, Kay Wilby, Caleb Johnson Hill, Debbie Thunert, and I think that gets us all caught up for now.
Nice, and we will update that as we go. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're here. Hit the like throughout the night if you're enjoying the show. The more likes we get, the more chance YouTube algorithm helps us find, be found in the Disney community. So let's jump over. We had a great show last week. The Baker was here, and we still have a show, so that's a good thing. I was concerned that things would explode from the Baker visitation, but it didn't. It was a good show. Jen, tell everybody about it.
So last week we had Chris, the Disney Baker, and he empowered us with inspirational stories on his life-changing points in his journey. He shared insight into his love for the magic of Disney throughout his life. We talked with Baker, and he opened up on his channel content and plans for the future. He discussed a lot of his baking experiences, insights, and channel influences from baking. And also he shared with us a look into his pin collecting and pin board artistry, which we all know we have grown to love. So that was a really good show last week. Mods, if you can go ahead and drop the link from last week's show so anybody who missed it can go ahead and watch it, that'd be great.
Love it.
And just a reminder that all of our past episodes are on the Pete McDevitt Show tab with the playlists, and there's a whole playlist of all of our shows. So go ahead and check them out if you missed them.
Love it. Joe Watchbrick's already dropping that link for you. That's great. I know we're having some more people come in. Angela will be highlighting that throughout the night, and we'll go back to her in just a second. Want to remind everybody that we're going to be dropping the links for our guests throughout the night. So please, if you're liking what we're talking, you're enjoying our guests, make sure you give a follow to our guests on their social media, all of it out there. And if you're brand new to this show or to my channel and you're having a good time, hit that subscribe as we go in. Steph, we've highlighted our guest a little bit tonight, but you're going to tell us a little bit more about her.
I am. So our guest tonight is a successful entrepreneur for Disney-based marketing. Her knowledge of Disney and interview skills have been seen on multiple channels for Disney conversational format shows. She's featured weekly on the show called The Disney Underground. And when it comes to her Loungefly collection, she's easily considered one of the top collectors in the class. So on social media, her Instagram posts and reels are creative, informative, and deliver magic consistently. And joining us tonight in just a few minutes will be the beautiful Sammy D from JSA Creations.
Well, I'm excited to get to her. I understand we will have a major announcement at the end of the show. A baby name. We have a major announcement that we'll be doing tonight. So, ladies, I'm excited to let you know about that. And, of course, there's no way that I would be starting any trouble. So let's get over to spicy questions before I get directed a different way here on. All right. Spicy questions tonight. We're going to have some fun with the ladies before we bring in Sammy D. And we got a great beverage tonight, which I'm really excited about. Let's start out with the first one. Stephanie, I always love starting with you because it's
you do.
Fun to format you. If you could invite 3 people to dinner, living or dead, who would the 3 people be that you would want to invite to dinner?
So I've been thinking about this a little bit. This is a really hard question.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I don't know which way I want to connect with people. You know what I'm saying? Like for their knowledge or for whatever. But I finally came down to 3. And the first one would be God.
Okay.
like Jesus, the Holy Son, Father, Spirit, everybody. So it's kind of a 3-for-1 there.
Okay.
And then my mom, because
Mm,
she's already passed,
okay.
and Paul Angle, because I want my mom to meet Paul. There
Oh,
you
you know what? I love that.
go.
That is fantastic. I will give you standing applause for that. Matter of fact, no more Ravens comments the rest of the stream just because of that.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
awesome. Awesome. Angela, how about you?
So before I answer the question real quick, I want to welcome in Chris Dye,
Mm-hmm.
Carter Reed, Troy McDonald, and fans of Green Bay Packers.
Awesome.
Um, but I had to think on this question as well. Top of the list, number one, was going to be my dad because he's no longer with us.
Cool.
Um, then I thought about it and I was like, I kind of wouldn't mind having Walt because I'd love to get his take on things and how things are going and what if everything was as he envisioned it would ever be.
Okay.
And then there was that third person that I don't know if I could nail down, but maybe my mom just so she could, be included.
Okay. Good ones. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Also, welcome into Yachty and
Yeah.
Bardwell 2427.
Nice. Welcome in, ladies. Thanks for joining tonight. Jen, how about you? 3 people. You can invite who you want.
Yeah, so this wasn't hard for me. I knew right away who I wanted: my grandma, my grandpa, and my uncle. They just
Love it. 3
they're
relatives.
no longer with us, But if I had to pick people who are living, I would love to get at a table together Walt Disney, Joe Rohde, and Bob Iger.
Oh, okay. That would be an interesting trio there. Okay, I like
Yep.
it. I like it. Okay, Angela, let's talk about sports for a second. We've been joking about football all night. Let's go to some sports. What sport is the most boring sport there is, Angela?
I'm really expecting me to say football. It's not football. It's golf.
Oh, golf.
It's golf.
Are you allowed to say that?
It's one of those sports that I have to play in order to be entertained by it. I cannot watch it. I
Cannot.
can't do it.
Okay. All right. Jen, how about you? Most boring.
Golf. Can't watch it, can't play it, nothing. It's all boring to me. Playing it, watching it, listening to it, whatever.
Okay. Wow.
Except if it's the movie Happy Gilmore.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the only way we can like it. So,
then it's fun.
Anne Marie, welcome in. I saw you just join us here. Stephanie, how about you? Are we going 3 for 3 on golf?
No, I actually like golf. One of my favorite things to watch the week before Easter is
Okay. So what's yours?
is golf down in the Masters in Georgia.
Okay.
So I think fishing would be the most boring.
Okay.
Fishing.
All right. I like it.
Sitting there waiting. Yeah.
I like it. Well, you know what? If we're going to stay on sports, let me make the question for Jen a little bit for the hot sauce young lady there. What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory shots of alcohol to? What sport is a better sport if all of a sudden it includes mandatory shots of alcohol?
Okay, so visualize this, okay? There's a little table sitting there, and you take a shot or two of whatever your choice, and then you got to pick up that shot put and spin around a few times and then try to throw it.
Somebody understands getting killed, but okay, it's
Could be very dangerous.
She's right. It's make it better. All right, Angela, how about you?
Wrong.
Let me go up to you.
Well, she's not wrong. But when I was thinking about this, I was like going, okay, there's a safety factor. Some of them would be completely hilarious, but I'm going to go with curling.
Curling.
If you have to take a couple shots before you go out on the ice for the curling.
Oh my God. Okay, I like it.
Also, welcome into Space Mountain Dave and Pinot Pete.
Thank you. Welcome those in as well. JC Skipper Brian as well in the shot. How about you, Stephanie? What liquor are we adding a sport to?
Martial arts, I think, would be really fun. Watching karate, don't you think? And how about boxing?
Oh
Like,
my
I would love to see like boxing, like them totally miss each other and like
oh
I
my
don't
God.
know.
I got to
Or
give you credit.
darts.
I got to give all three of you
How about
credit. Props. That was good answer
darts?
for all three. Well, you know what? If we're talking alcohol, there's only one thing we can do. Let's go over and talk about a beverage of the week. And this week, it is Angela's turn to chat about a beverage she likes.
This is actually one of my favorites that I get on Disney property. It is the Banana Cabana. It is Malibu rum, coconut rum, uh, creme de la banana liqueur, orange juice, pineapple juice, and grenadine.
So is it sweet
We'd
taste?
also like to thank Magical Recipes for the picture you're seeing of this fabulous drink because it looks amazing. I love coconut rum. It makes me feel all tropically and that I'm just like on this nice relaxing
Okay.
vacation somewhere, just kind of chilling. And it's just a really nice drink to sip and have and chill with friends and have some conversations with. Speaking of some friends, welcome in Katie Y and O'Connell.
Welcome in. So before you go to the ladies, real quick, is it a sweet drink and does it have a little punch to it?
It's a sweet drink.
Okay.
It is a little bit of a sweet drink. It's not like a super sweet, but it's like a really good sweet.
Okay. Cool. Jen? I know you had a banana drink recently in your Disney trip. Would this be one that you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I think it would go down way too easily, though.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing. Dangerous.
Okay. Dangerous drink for you, Miss Kiel?
Yeah, for sure. It checks like all the boxes. So
That's all the
yeah,
box. Okay.
it checks every box and yeah.
Well, this would be a winning combination. I love it. So definitely one on your next trip down. Check out Banana Cabana. It can be found around the parks, not just at the Banana Cabana, but around at multiple locations around Disney, the Poly, and several of those places. So great choice for a drink tonight. And you know what? Winning combinations. The only thing I can think of, it's time. Let's get our guest in here because she is a winning combination in herself. Jump over. Well, welcome Miss Sammy D into the chat. Hello.
Hi. Hi, ladies. Hi, Pete. How are you guys?
Good. It's great to see you. We're excited to sit and talk with you tonight and joining us to talk all about you and JSA and a little bit of fun and have a good time. So with that, I know everybody would rather hear the ladies talk than me. I'm going to turn it over to, I guess, Angela. You want to start? And we'll go from there.
Hi, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Really excited to get to know more about you. Loving your Tron ears. So we'll get this party started.
Nice. Steph?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Oh, we're so thrilled that you're here, and I love your ears. They're so really pretty,
Thank you.
and I cannot wait to talk more about the ears that you guys create in a few more minutes. So, yep. And Jen?
Hi, Sammy. Welcome to our show. We're excited to get to know you more tonight. I know many of us have seen you on other streams, but we're going to dig down into the dirty and find out all about Sammy D tonight. So, for the people that are possibly meeting you for the first time, can you just share with us just a short introduction?
Yes, so I'm Sammy D. You've seen me on the Disney Underground. I am married to Joey D. You've also seen him occasionally on the Disney Underground. If not, you've seen him other shows like the Disney Villain Club or even on Pete's show. You've on the sports show that he does. We live in Florida. We're not so far from Orlando. We're about like 3 hours, not too bad. We have a little one who is a perfect mix of Joey D and I. We also have a little one on the way, so we're so excited. It's hopefully at the end of the show we'll do like a little baby name reveal.
That was
Joey
association. That was
yes, and it'll also be news to Joey D too. I'm also it really is. I am also part of JSA Creations. Joey D and I, we both are part of JSA Creations. It's our other little baby. So I'm so excited to talk to you guys later about JSA Creations and what we have coming in the future. And that's about it.
I think it's a Clubhouse chaotic chat first to have a baby name reveal, so that's very exciting. Looking forward to that. Why don't you go ahead and tell us how and where you found the magic of Disney in your life?
So I've always liked theme parks. Growing up, my family always took me to theme parks. But I think I started to enjoy it more when I met Joey D, that it was something that we shared together. But my love truly, truly started is when we had our son Aiden. It was something about it that it was like our home. Like it was something like none of our friends really liked Disney. It was just us. So it was something like it just felt like ours. And Aiden does have autism. So it was something that our lives were always so busy. We were either working or, doing therapy and school and stuff like that, that I felt like this was a place where we can forget all of that. Like we could just enjoy ourselves, actually have quality time together, and not have to worry about the daily, stuff like laundry and supermarket and school and homework and all that stuff. This was our downtime. We actually got to spend time together, and it was like something that we enjoyed and loved together. So to me, when I think of like where my love started, I would totally go with when we had our son.
Love it.
Oh, I love that. That's great. What about Disney YouTube community? We all share a love of Disney. But can you share your story with us on how you found the Disney YouTube community?
Yes. So this is actually a funny story because we had JSA Creations first. We really didn't, when we started JSA Creations, we didn't really know anybody in the small shop community. We didn't know anybody on YouTube. And Gene reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be a sponsor on an upcoming podcast that he was working on. And at first I was like, as a small shop owner, we constantly get people asking for like free stuff. So I kind of just like pushed it aside a little bit. I was like, if I get time, I'll send him something. We'll see, And then he reached out to me again. And I was like, all right, I'll send him something. I sent him, for a couple pair of ears. And then he asked me to be like on his show as a guest, or at least that's what I thought I was a guest. And from 1 minute, after the show, I just kind of stayed on the Disney Underground with him, and we've been inseparable since. And, even though I give him a lot of trouble, but he is one of my favorite humans. So I will, we've been in a bunch of shows together. So that's kind of where I was introduced to the YouTube channel. And then from there, doors just opened. I started meeting people, getting on people's show, and it just kind of like evolved like into that. So now I feel some of my closest friends are people that I've met through the Disney YouTube community, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Jack, you've got one great question, one more question coming up. Real quick, I wanted to throw it to Angela. I know we had a bunch of people come in. I wanted to acknowledge happy birthday to Surf Bum, too, because I forgot to do that. Angela?
Happy birthday, John. We had Rob, Mr. Disney MUK, and Daniel Barry Sports Highlights.
And Jonathan Chong. I don't know if you got earlier. So.
Oh, and Jonathan Chong. Yep, he snuck in on me.
Back to you, Jen.
Okay, so speaking of your supportive husband, I love hearing how all of the couples met. So can you share with us your story, how you guys met?
So it's so funny because I truly believe that timing is like perfect. Like things happen for you at a certain time for a certain reason. Mm-hmm. I went to a party that I was only there for 15 minutes. Like I just went in just to show my face. I had other plans. I really wasn't planning to go, but I kind of felt bad because the birthday boy was someone that I've known since I was like 4. So I kind of felt bad, like not going to his birthday and then going to somebody else's birthday. So I showed up there, and right when we were about to leave, we went to go to the bar, get some water. We were about to leave. Joey was right in front. And I mentioned to my friend, and I thought I was speaking very low. Apparently I was not, because he heard me. I had commented, I said, "Oh, he has a nice butt." But I just
not know this story.
So I just said it thinking it was confidential to my friend. Like we were just talking to her, and he turned around and asked who had said it because it was both of us, just standing there. And I was so embarrassed. At that point, we were all talking, we kind of like hit it off from that point, but I had to go because I had other arrangements. So her and I are walking out. I'm saying bye to all my family friends. And we get to the car and I was like, man, I kind of really hit it off with that guy. I'm going to go back and go get his number. So I went back to go get his number, but he came up to me and he asked me for it. So it kind of wasn't fair because I went in back with the intentions of asking for it. And then it's funny because he sent me a text even before I got to the car. And
What?
he's like, am I supposed to wait 24 to 48 hours after I get your number? It was something like in those lines, like, do I wait or can I text you now or something like that? It was in those lines. So it was kind of
Aw.
funny because he broke the dating rules. You're supposed to wait. You're supposed to act cool before you message someone. And then after that, we hit it off. My family loves Joey. I know my mom in the beginning wasn't very thrilled just because of the age difference. And also she was pregnant with my sister, so her hormones were out of control. Poor Joey, he definitely went through a lot with her. But after that, I mean, we've been together for 16 years, 13 years married, and we have a little one. We have a golden retriever. We've kind of built our life, with the business and stuff like that. So that's pretty much how we met.
I love
It's a
that.
great story.
Love
I
it.
love it.
That's a great story.
And from now on, when we do the football show, I'll be introducing Joey as the guy with the nice butt that's on the show. Thank you. Before we go over
He's
to,
gonna put me on the couch tonight.
Oh, I doubt it.
I think Jeff, where are we going? Where are we going to Angela?
We're going to Angela.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Hi, before we get started, I want to welcome in Matt with Matt Summer 2, Nico the Greco, and Cynthia Candy Mom.
Nice, awesome people. Okay. You're up.
So, Sammy, we know that Disney Parks bounding is is kind of big in your life. Tell us a little bit about this passion.
I really like Disney bounding just because first I love watching everybody else do their version of different characters. I think the creativity of Disney bounding is something that I just love. Like you can literally go into your closet, pick something that you think that resembles Winnie the Pooh or something that resembles a character, and it's something that you can't buy at the store. You can't buy that type of outfit, something that you just put together. So I just love the creativity that goes into it. It's so cool seeing other people, like match from the earrings to the ears, the bag and the watch cover. Like it's like head to toe a certain character. And I just think it's so fun to see that. Not only that, you have like the Loungefly bags, and you have the opportunity to, rep all these different small shops and be a part of their goal and their dream of their business. So I think that Disney bounding, to me, it's just so fun. I love when families do it together.
Mhm.
My family
Oh, yeah.
will not Disney bounds with me at all.
Oh,
They will not. In fact, I don't even think they own shirts. My son and my husband only own sleeveless shirts. They don't own anything else. So they will not be Disney bounding with me ever. But it's just really cool to see like everybody else and what they come up with, and you get ideas for when the next time you want a Disney bound. So that's pretty cool. That's one of my favorite things.
Love it.
Yeah, I find it pretty fun myself too. I've done it a couple of times for the parks, for the Halloween parties. So you brought up Loungefly, so we need to talk about your Loungefly collection. Share with us what is it about Loungefly that kind of draws you?
It's funny because my collection started growing about 3 years ago. It wasn't something that I was always drawn into. But then when I started getting into Disney bounding, I wanted to find like the perfect bag to go with certain outfits. And then I started seeing the Loungefly. I started seeing more and more people with the Loungefly, and I started becoming curious. I do love the Loungeflies that are single characters. So if it's Winnie the Pooh, it's just Winnie the Pooh. It's not like a pattern, because for me, I don't know if it's my OCD, but like when I Disney bound, I have to do one character. And then it has to be one character all the way. Like it can't be like I'm mix matching Tigger and Pooh, or I don't know what it is, but my OCD will not allow me to do that. But I just love the Loungefly. I think it's such a great quality. It's a lot bigger than you think to put stuff in. Like I can kind of put all my stuff in, which is surprising because when you look at the bags, it doesn't look that spacious. So you probably think like, oh, I can probably throw in my wallet, my phone, and that's it. But like I'm able to like really pack my Loungefly bag. And I just love Loungefly. I just think it's such a great, they come up with so many creative stuff. Like now they do lighting, glow in the dark. They even do like where some of them make noise. Like it's just so cool what they can do with Loungefly. So to me, that's one of like, that's what draws me to it.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big Loungefly person myself. How many do you own? And if you have a couple of your favorites to share.
So I haven't counted recently, but I have about 130 to 140 Loungefly bags.
That's not enough.
That's not enough. And this was really hard because I love all my Loungeflies. I have mostly Halloween and mostly villains. So this was really hard. Really hard to pick. But I did put my Maleficent.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I love that.
So the green part glows in the dark, and the bag on the side has like a scale material.
Nice.
Cool.
It's so cool. I actually haven't worn it, so it's still packed up. But one of my favorite things is that the wings come out, so you can kind of see.
That is so awesome.
So cool.
There you go.
When did they come out with that one?
Oh, I love that. That is
this
so cool.
one maybe like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So awesome.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, this one's really cool. I do love the Star-Lord bag because the eyes light up.
Nice.
Very cool.
So this one's really cool. I like this one. And then my last one, I mean, I love them all, honestly, but I do like the Baymax. I do like the metallic, shiny look. I think it looks so good when you're at the parks in the sun that it kind of gives it like a shiny look on your back. That one's, I wouldn't say these are my top 3. These are just bags that I just love them all because I feel so bad saying that. I love them all.
Yes, Paul, please.
Yes. So Halloween just passed, and I hear it's your favorite holiday. Is this true?
Yes, I feel like, and I don't know if people in the chat will, or you ladies will agree with me. I feel like Christmas and Thanksgiving, we're so busy like getting the family together in the stress and the pressure. So to me, Halloween, I feel like it's a holiday where I don't have no commitment to anybody or anything, and you just have fun and you dress up, whatever character you want. I just like the relax and just kind of like go trick-or-treating and watch Halloween movies or eat candy and stuff like that. I like that aspect because I feel like, okay, Thanksgiving comes and everybody is stressed out when we're cooking dinner and everyone's whose house we're going to, and the same thing with Christmas. So I feel like, at least for me, Halloween is just stress-free holiday.
I love it.
So the Polynesian is your dream resort. What is it that puts the Poly at the top of your list?
Well, for starters, you can get a Dole Whip, and that excites me alone. You can get a Dole Whip there. I love Ohana. I love the atmosphere. Just going in there and just getting the whiff of the Polynesian smell. It's just so good. Like I just feel like I love the whole Lilo and Stitch and the whole like Hawaiian Polynesian themed. Like it's just so like it's on my bucket list. I haven't stayed there yet. We go there to visit every time, but I haven't stayed there yet. Hopefully it's on my bucket list. But it's just something about it. I don't know. Like I just love it.
All good reasons.
Speaking of the Poly, I hear you're passionate.
Because Joey's butt would look good in a toga. I think that's the reason. But
That probably would be true. Welcome into Sebastian the Crab and Herschel Lenny.
And Carla and Kiko.
Oh, and Carla and Kiko. So speaking of the Dole Whips and the Polly, you love the raspberry Dole Whip the most?
I do. I love the raspberry pineapple swirl. It gives you like taste of like both worlds where you get like the pineapple, but you also get the raspberry. Gives it like a little bit of that tart. I think it's so good. It's one of my favorites.
Nice. Cool.
My favorites are the ones that have rum in them.
Ooh. I'll have to try that after. I can't try it now, but I will try it after.
Yes, for sure.
You may need one. So I think we're going to go to Stephanie here. I want to highlight as you're going into what you're about to talk about, Angela. I just want to highlight real quick. Joey had put it in the chat earlier, and I thought it's a great point of reference. We're getting ready to talk about JSA and their ears with Stephanie, and Sammy does an amazing job with Joey of ears to match up to Loungeflies. So as we get into this, I want to remind everybody that as you're thinking about what they're going to talk about, if you have a Loungefly at home, Sammy and Joey, they've either got ears to match it or they can make it. Just wanted to throw that out there. Stephanie, take it away.
That's right. So if the mods would please drop links also right now for Sammy's JSA Creations site. We're going to be talking about their stuff. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. And feel free, people, to go over the website and listen to us at the same time and kind of check out their merch over there. It's really awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about how JSA Creations got started?
So JSA Creations started, it's funny because Joey's really into high tech. Like that's his thing. He wanted a 3D printer for many, many, many years. I finally caved in and said, okay, fine, buy the damn printer. And he bought the printer and he was printing stuff, but not like how we print now. Like now we print hours and hours of stuff. But he was helping me make like therapy stuff. Aiden, when he was doing therapy, he loved the Play-Doh and he would help make me like little, cookie cutters for Aiden to do, his little Play-Doh, and it was stuff that was unique and stuff that Aiden liked. We did fidget spinners for Aiden. We did a lot of stuff for like his therapy. And, we went to the parks. I wanted to match. I wanted ears. That was that everybody was wearing ears. I wanted my own ears and I wanted to make my own. And Joey made me ears. And originally we weren't going to sell anything. We weren't even thinking about that. We just kind of were like, oh, okay, we're just going to make, ears for this trip. We got so many compliments on the ears when we went to Disney that we were like, maybe we should start a shop. And then we kind of did like a soft opening, like just Instagram at first. And we had a lot of people that were interested and we were like, okay, let's start an Instagram. Let's start Instagram of it. Let's start an Etsy account. Let's kind of do the whole thing. And from there, it just kind of evolved. I mean, we were doing single color prints where I would have to paint. Then we were like, oh, let's get a printer that we can do multicolor on. And then we started doing that. Then came our second and our third and our fourth printer. And, it just kind of evolved from there. And now, this whole room is like filled with printers. We have about 5 printers now, and they're all multicolored. Yeah, it's like it just it snuck up on me. I only wanted one, but it kind of snuck up on me, and now it's just something that like we enjoy, like just little things, like not just ears, but like if last couple months we had like or I think it's actually been a year, we had our bathroom done, and the guy needed a little piece to fix our shower head. And Joey was like, I'll 3D print it for you. And sure enough, he 3D printed and it fit perfect. And it's just, I love the fact that we can do. And so like, if I want to bake cookies, okay, what shape do I want? And just kind of like, I can 3D print it, or things like, I'm trying to think. Aiden used to love the little boats. We would make him little boats and he would play in the shower in his bath time. There's so much things that you can do with it. So I love the endless ideas. It's so to me, I feel like the 3D printers have definitely grown on me. At first, I didn't think we were going to use one, much less five,
Yeah.
but they've grown on me.
Wow. They're amazing though. Like that technology is really
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah. I had a principal who he really liked them as well, and he was into Star Wars, so he made Star Wars things. He made like little chess pieces on like on boards for in Star Wars looking things, and those are really kind of
That
cool, really
Yeah,
awesome.
it's so cool to just have like where you can just think of something and just make it. Whether it's last year I did ornaments for my tree. I wanted specific Grinch, ornaments, and I couldn't find ones that I liked. And if you don't go, Christmas tree shopping or Christmas decoration shopping in October, by the time you get to November, everything's like sold out, or what you wanted is no longer available. So to me, I was like, oh, I kind of want, certain Grinch, ornaments, and bam, we were able to make that. Or one year we did, Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, so we were able to make, the ornaments and not have to worry so much about, having to go on the hunt, for these ornaments.
Sweet.
So it's pretty
That's really awesome. It's nice to be able to do that. That's really, and with 5 3D printers, I mean, gosh, it's endless. Your options, right? So I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about the quality headwear that you guys create for the parks, and specifically the ears and like the process for making them. And I actually have some of y'all's things here. So while you're talking, I will put on some different varieties. So I have this one.
I love
Mhm.
those.
Yes, and it has this cute little kitties on the back. And then I have another one right here. And my lovely Paul
Ooh,
got me
that
these.
one's my favorite.
Is that your favorite? Yay, that's awesome.
Yes.
So they're beautiful. So can you talk to us about the process of creating
Yes.
these?
So we usually, like, Joey and I will sit down and we'll discuss what the month, upcoming month, what is it? What type of holiday is it? What are we creating? Or what trip we have, depending on, the holiday and our upcoming trip. We'll discuss, like, okay, so what are the 2 designs or 3 designs that we're going to come up with? And Fridays, usually Joey will sit down and he'll design the ears. Once he designs them, because he designs all of our ears, once he designs them, we then, I then take them. We kind of see, like, okay, you like this, you like that. We'll make our changes before we start even like taking pictures. Then we go into the picture phase, right? So then at this point, I'm getting outfits, a bag to match it. I'll reach out to some of my small shop friends, like, hey, you got earrings? Like, do you have earrings to match these ears? And I usually will purchase them, and then it's like I do my little flat lay, and then I take pictures, or I take them to the park and I take pictures. And then from there, it just kind of, that's basically the process of it. But it's something that, like, we're always sitting down and being like, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I leave all of the creativity part to Joey. Joey does all of that. I just kind of tell him, hey, can we do this theme, or can we do that theme? If I have an idea, I will then say something, but usually I don't like to put that pressure on Joey. I just said, listen, do what you think, whatever you think, you like. Just, I wanted this theme, just because it gets hard when you start making specific requests, which is, usually why we don't really do customs, because it just kind of puts a lot of pressure and it takes away the creativity. So I just kind of let Joey kind of go wild with that.
That's awesome. So do you have a few of your favorites nearby maybe you could grab and show us?
I do. So I have these. These
Ooh.
are, and what's really cool about this one, I'm going to take this, is you see how the Walkman string, it connects. So I thought it's really cool because it looks like it's all one. So this is one of our favorites in the back. You guys can see this.
That's cool.
This is
Cute.
one of them. And then this one is actually one that I designed, but Joey did it. He did the work, but I was the one that came up with the idea, and it's the Winnie the Pooh. So you can kind of see.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. So detailed.
I like that.
One of the few that I've actually had a say in. I don't really normally have a say in any of it.
Those
And then
are
I would say
beautiful.
those are so cute. They're honestly one of my favorites. And then the last one I have here is the Kylo Ren. I love Kylo Ren. So this was one that he designed. And one of my favorite parts about it is on the back, it looks like it's cracked. So it gives it like that cracked effect.
That's cool.
So that one's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. A lot of our ears are permanent, but if you want them to be interchangeable, which is what I always recommend. I always recommend interchangeable, just because if you're at the parks and you are running into a ride, it's easier just to pop them out, put them in your backpack and move on. Or sometimes if you're sweating in the Florida heat and you're like, okay, I just need to put my hair up and just take ears off, take everything out. It's just easier to store. So I always recommend interchangeable.
Very cool. I didn't even know that was an option. So that's really cool. Very awesome. Look into that. So
Yes.
in the near future, you kind of spoke of this a little bit earlier. You might be expanding some of the offerings that you all have on JSA on your website. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, as much as we love doing ears, we've been doing ears for almost 6 years. We want to expand a little bit. We're getting into, and I don't want to give too much away because I don't know how much I could give away. I'm not sure. Nobody wants me to give too much away. We are expanding. We are looking into other machines, possibly, laser machine. I don't know if I went too far with that one. We are possibly going into other machines. We want to start offering more than just ears. One of the things, and I don't know if any of you guys saw, the Disney Underground, where we were offering. Let me see if I can. We might be offering light boxes for like the wall or the desk. That is something we are talking about. So we are going to be expanding more than just ears. Okay, he says I could say that. Okay, good. I wasn't sure.
Now that it's out.
I was like, well, too late. I already said it.
So a lot more to come on that in the near future for sure.
Yes, and I feel like it kind of spices things up just because, we only do ears, so I thought it would be pretty cool to do more than just ears. I think on the shop right now, in addition to just ears, I know every once in a while I'll throw in like cookie cutters, I'll throw in cupcake toppers, but a lot of those, it's not that we are adding that to the store. A lot of it, it's either because I'm in my son's like room mom. Usually I'll make stuff for their class and I'm like, you know what? I already made it for the class. Let me just put it on the shop. Who knows anybody else who's looking for stuff like that. Or for my friends, if they're like, hey, my son's birthday is coming. Can you make this cake topper? So usually that's where you'll see like random things on the shop where you're like, hey, she didn't really advertise, cake toppers or cupcake toppers or even like cookie cutters. It's coming from like, hey, we took the time to do it for our friends, so let's just put it on the shop, see if anybody else likes it.
That's so cool. And as a teacher, I'm very jealous. So, yeah, wish your child was in my class. Okay. I did want to tell the mods if you guys could drop their link one more time, because here we are shopping and it's November. What a great Christmas gift you could be picking out for families and friends that enjoy Disney products and other things that they have on their website. So if y'all don't mind dropping that link again, that would be terrific.
That's a great thought, Stephanie.
Shopping.
I love that. That's a great thought. Holidays are the ears, all of the items that they do in their shop make great gifts throughout the year and definitely during the holidays. And again, you can reach out to JSA and you can, if you have something specific, they can work with you. They may have it already done. They may not just be on the site. Just if you have an idea, send a note, talk with them, see what they can do. They're phenomenal to work with. I'm going to jump ahead and I'm going to say we're going to jump past the spicy questions with our guests because I really want to talk about theme parks and hear about Sammy's love for theme parks and everything we got going there. Angela, do we have anybody else jump in while we were doing that segment?
We did. We would like to welcome in Mandy Adams, the Disney Baker, Nathan Retta, and Aliens Wear Green Hats. Hey, Darla.
Welcome. Well, Angela, you did a good job with that. How about if you start talking with our guests about one of her favorite theme parks?
Right. So let's talk a little bit about Animal Kingdom. So tell me a little bit about your thrill, the thrill for you within Animal Kingdom.
So it's something that Animal Kingdom, when we started taking our little one, it was my top favorite. It was a place where my little one could go running. At that time he was like 2.5, and he can just run his little legs and get tired. And it was something that it was like kind of like our favorite. But as he's grown up, it's funny because we get into Animal Kingdom, and the first thing we do is get our Starbucks, and we're running to do Everest. Everest is always our first ride. And if we can do it multiple times until we get sick, and we tell each other we're not going to get sick this time, but we just continue riding it. We love Everest. I love the shows. I love the Animal Kingdom show. I love not the Animal Kingdom, sorry, Lion King show. And I love the Nemo show. I love the fact that we can just sit down and kind of relax. It's not as hectic as Magic Kingdom. So to me, Animal Kingdom is definitely my top 3.
I love it. So, Angela, sorry.
Awesome.
I need to interrupt you real quick. I just want to let everybody know that for this segment, I've asked the girls if they would kind of be repetitive with this segment. I know the questions will be the same, so I don't want everybody. Last 2 weeks ago, I got a bunch of messages. Hey, you guys just asked the same question. Well, I'm asking the ladies tonight because we want to find out about the same things with the park. So, sorry. Go ahead, Angela.
Animal Kingdom, is this an all-day park for your family?
It's not. Unfortunately, sometimes it's usually our last day. We always say, listen, next trip we're not going to do that, but we end up always doing it where it's our last day. We do a half day. I feel like it's as long as you get there during rope drop, I feel like you can get most of it done and be done by like 2-3 o'clock, depending on the day or how busy it is. It's definitely not an all day park for me.
What are some of your favorite rides and attractions at Animal Kingdom?
Well, definitely Everest. Everest is my top. Love Everest. My second one, I love doing Dinosaur. I think it's just funny. It's something that my son loves dinosaurs, so it's something funny to experience with him. It's funny because I love Pandora, but I get really sick on the Flight of Passage, which is really weird because I don't get sick like on soaring, but for some reason there's something about Flight of Passage that just gets me sick. And it's weird because you would think like, oh, well, why doesn't Everest or Dinosaur it's like moving you around, but Flight of Passage is not a one that I like to ride. But my top 2, I definitely would say Everest is definitely something that I love and enjoy riding as a family.
All right. Are there any must-do restaurants or snacks for your family at Animal Kingdom?
I want to say Tusker House is my favorite.
Yes.
I love the experience. I love the food. Snacks, of course, my Dole Whip. Can't get enough of it. I know the boys love the buffalo chips in one of the little, I don't know, I can't even think about it. The little kiosk stuff that they have. They have the buffalo chips right by the dinosaur section. That one's really good. I really enjoy that. I just can't have too much because it's a little spicy. It definitely has my nose and eyes all running. So I would say the Dole Whip and Tusker House are like definitely like my favorite.
Okay.
And pod burgers. Oh, that's right. Joey just wrote pod burgers. I do like the pod burgers. That is true.
Yeah, I like the pod burgers as well. I believe Jen is going to ask you some questions about Epcot.
Yep, let's jump on that Skyliner and head over to Epcot. Can you share with us the happiness you find at Epcot?
I love Epcot. Epcot is my top 2. It's funny because my son, he is on the spectrum, so he was a very picky eater growing up, literally just only ate frozen waffles and frozen pancakes. And it was all that he would eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when 2020 came, I was determined to like open up his palate. Like I was like, let's do this. We're gonna try one thing per day, a banana, an apple, or rice. We're gonna just kind of like open this palate. And we practiced for months and months. And our first, trip to Epcot after this transition, after this whole trying different things, he went around each country on his own. Nobody asked him to. He went around each country and tried something from them. And Joey and I looked at each other and we're like, this kid just ate $100 worth of food. We were like, what did we do? Where's the frozen waffles and pancakes? How do we go back? And so Epcot to me, not only does it hold like a special part because I knew that he was able to overcome that and able to try different, foods from different countries and foods that even like Joey D and I wouldn't even try. And here this kid, and he's like just trying different foods and he's so excited. And he's so excited telling, going back home and telling, his grandparents, like, yeah, I ate this. I ate more than my parents. And he was just so proud and watching that. So to me, Epcot now holds a very special part in my heart because of that. And also Aiden loves Spaceship Earth. And when I say he is the perfect like mix between Joey and I, he has Joey's like dorky side where like he loves history and he knows everything about history. And then, and him watching him and his dad talk about history and stuff like that. You look at them and you're like, they're such dorks. They're just so nerdy because they just like talk about it and then they pretend like they're in that era, of Spaceship Earth. And they're like, oh yeah, if we were in this era, we would do this and this, and they just get so like excited, and I'm like, you guys are so funny. Like, you never picture, especially when you look at Joey D, when he's all muscle and he loves sports and the gym. You never picture like this nerdy side of him, and then here comes Aiden, who also has dad's body, and he's just as nerdy as dad, and you're just like. So when I go to Epcot, it's one of our must rides is Spaceship Earth, and we always laugh because I can just sit back and just listen to their conversation, and I'm just like, how many times have we ridden this ride, and you guys are just out of control.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. One of the other great things about Epcot is their festivals. So which is your favorite to attend and why?
So my favorite is Food and Wine, and it's because we usually go in October for our wedding anniversary. We don't do gifts because I feel like if we do gifts, then there's no room for Christmas gifts because we've already bought the gifts. So to me, Food and Wine is something that we give to each other. We're like, okay, we're going to split this. This is our gift to each other. We go away. It's our adult trip, or it's our only adult trip that we do every year. It's we love going around eating and being able to take the time and just kind of spend time together. So Food and Wine is definitely my favorite.
Awesome. What about at Epcot? They've had quite a few nighttime shows over the past few years. What would you say is your all-time favorite nighttime show at Epcot?
This is hard because I really like all of them. Can I say all of them? Because I feel like each show, there's a part of, maybe not like everything of every show is my favorite, but I feel like different parts of each nighttime show I have loved. So to me, I want to say all of them just because like, I like they have their own twist. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I like this more than this. But I've always found a little bit of something in each one that I like or that I resonate or something that I like most.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Now, I know you mentioned Joey and Aiden ride on the Spaceship Earth, but what about you? Would you say that's your favorite ride also? Or what would be your favorite ride at Epcot?
I love Guardians. I mean, I think that's like everybody's new favorite. Mm-hmm. I love the Remy ride. I love Soaring. I love Test Track. I feel like a lot of top favorites there. Even though, I can't narrow it down to one, but I would say for right now, I'll say definitely Guardians, just because that is the hype and that is like the best right now. But before Guardians, I think it was like Test Track or Soaring that I loved even before Remy. And then you have like Frozen. So I feel like it's kind of like hard because they have a lot of good rides at Epcot.
Okay, now to finish up our talk about Epcot, we have to talk about food, restaurants, snacks. Are there any must-do restaurants or snacks at Epcot for your family?
Ooh. So as soon as I get to Epcot, my first thing is Mexico. I run over there. I'm like, where are the tacos? I want something Mexican. And then we usually go to Italy, is one of my favorites. I love the violet sake. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now, but I will definitely take 2 of those and I will just walk around by myself. I try not to share with Joey. Usually it's pretty good because he doesn't like it too much. He likes it, but he doesn't like it too much. So usually I can get away with 2 by myself. So that's that's pretty fun. Or the Moscato from Italy is another really good one.
Nice.
It's and I love Canada too. Those are my top 3 that I really, really like.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think we're going to transition over to Steph now so we can talk about your favorite park.
All right, Guardians is a great ride and all, but let's talk about your passion for Magic Kingdom. Is it your favorite?
It is my favorite. I mean, growing up, going with my grandparents and going with my aunt and uncle to Disney, that was originally the only park I had really ever been to before I met, Joey. So to me, it'll always hold like memories for me. It'll always be something that I can look back to in my childhood. And it's something that, you see the castle and it's just like, no matter how many times we go, and we go like, 6, 7 times a year, no matter how many times we go, like it just looking at down Main Street and seeing the castle is always breathtaking. And it's always something that you're just like, I'm home. Like you're just like, forget about adulting, forget about all the stuff that you got to do, the stress of being an adult. And you just go into Magic Kingdom and all of a sudden all of your problems are gone and you're just kind of like just in the moment. So to me, Magic Kingdom is definitely my favorite.
I agree with you. So many memories of that park, being a child growing up. So they also have significant seasonal parties at MK. And which one of those are at the top of your list?
Mickey's Not So Scary is my favorite. I mean, it's of course Halloween. Halloween being my favorite holiday. I love Not So Scary. I love the fact that we all dress up. Joey usually makes Aiden's costume because he does Aiden's helmet. So usually he'll dress up. We'll do costume stuff like that. I love like anything spooky. I love seeing the parks, all spookied out. My favorite is the parade, seeing the Headless Horseman. I mean, I love how the park goes dead silence and you just hear like the Headless Horseman. There's something about it that just brings like chills and like it's such a great experience. I mean, the Boo to You parade is just amazing. Like it's just one of my favorites from the festival.
Nice.
Or from the event.
All right, how about the fireworks shows? Which one have you fallen in love with the most?
So it's funny because I really love the villains when they do the Mickey's Not So Scary. The villains fireworks, it's so cool.
Yeah,
we actually haven't been able to do too much fireworks just because Aiden is not 100, like he's not thrilled with it. It's something that we kind of, and honestly, we do a lot of rope dropping. So by the time the fireworks come, we're done. We can't feel our face.
All right, so give me some of your favorites, like a favorite ride, favorite attraction, and restaurants and food there, if you could just kind of.
Okay, so favorite ride, Haunted Mansion. Okay. Love Haunted Mansion. It's I have a tattoo of Haunted Mansion. Our house for Halloween is decorated Haunted Mansion. I have probably every home decor from Haunted Mansion. It's pretty pretty embarrassing at this point when people come over. They're like, "You look like Haunted Mansion threw up in your house." So it's something that I love.
That's not a bad
Now,
thing.
it's not, right? That's what the thing is,
That's
a lot of my
awesome.
friends and family don't really, they're not into Disney as much as we are. So to some people, it may seem like really?
Oh, I think it's awesome you have the tattoo too. That's so cool.
Yes. And it's funny because our dog originally was named Leota, but Joey was like, but she's a cute little golden retriever and you're going to name her Leota? I'm like, yeah, why not? And he's like, let's do Penny from the 101 Dalmatians. And I'm like, okay. I was a little disappointed. And, I was like, I think I'm just going to call her Penny Leota. And now the boys call her Penny Leota, like a full name. Like
That's so cute.
I'm like, you
Hey,
guys
it
should have
worked.
just called her Leota. Just
That's sweet. I
so
love it. That's awesome.
yes.
So, any favorite foods that you like from Magic Kingdom?
There's so many good ones. I love the cheeseburger egg rolls. That's definitely one.
Yeah.
But my favorite is in Tortuga, where they have the Nutella sandwich. Have you guys had that?
Is that the waffle one with the fruit and the Nutella?
No, it's right
No?
next. It's right in front of Pirates, and it's a Nutella with banana sandwich. It is so good, and they serve it with chips. I usually don't even touch the chips. I'm like, give me the Nutella sandwich. I usually would just dump the chips, but that Nutella sandwich is so good. It's one of my favorite snacks. As far as restaurants, oh, there's so many. I love Columbia Harbor. Joey and Aiden love Casey's. I mean, it's so hard because there's so much more food options at Magic Kingdom than there is like at Hollywood Studios or even Animal, I would think.
Cool.
I'm definitely going to try that Nutella with the banana and stuff. That
So
sounds
good.
amazing. I
Same.
wasn't even aware of that, so I'm so on that. Yeah. All right, I think we're going to transition over now into our final thoughts segment.
It is time for final thoughts, but Angela, we had a couple people jump in on us at the last minute there, right?
We did. We had Anna Isabel, and I'm probably going to butcher this last name, so won't even try it. David T, Movie Mania Nick, and Chris Dad Builds.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming in. Let's go to the final thought of the night. Final thoughts. Let's lead it in. Angela, I think you're taking the final recap, so let's start it up.
Yes, so we had an awesome show. Just a quick recap. We learned about Sammy's love of Disney and sharing it with her family. We discussed Disney bounding and a fun way to experience the park. Tonight, we also received detailed overview of the creative shop over at JSA Creations. We got to see a few of her Loungeflies that she's been collecting, and we got to chat a little bit about the parks, her 3 favorites, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Magic. We also got to talk about the drink of the week, which is the Banana Cabana. If you're in the parks and you can do so, feel free to try it. It's amazing. We also want to encourage everybody, leave comments and thoughts. You never know when we might be doing a giveaway. Also, make sure to check out our Instagram.
Awesome. We do have a great Instagram. The ladies are working hard on that. If you're not up to date with that, please go over, check it out. It's over at the Triple C. We can drop that link, moderators. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I will announce that we will do a giveaway for next week. Based on comments left on this video. Yeah, to be eligible to get your name in the hat, you got to leave a comment on this video, and you will be eligible to win a great prize on next week's show. And over to send it to Jen to talk about channel suggestions. We are going to have a 2 great announcements: next week's guest and a baby name coming up in just a minute. Jen?
We always ask our guests to share with us some channels that they love. So it's a chance for us to spread the magic and support other channels in our community. So tonight we want to talk with Sammy about 3 of her favorites. First is Ellie Golden Life. Next is Mousespiration. And third is Big Fat Panda.
Nice. Let's talk about Big Fat Panda for a second. I'll jump in here with you. I guess first, Sammy, tell everybody what you like about Panda's channel.
I want to say that what you see on the show, like who Panda is on the show, is exactly who he is in person. I always get a little worried meeting people that I meet on the internet because you never know how they're going to be. Panda is exactly what you see. Panda is the most kindest person. He is literally the funniest. You can talk so easy, a person that you can so easy to talk to, and it's since I last saw him, in a couple weeks ago when I first met him in person. He knew I had been going through so much with this pregnancy and I just was sick. I wasn't eating and he was like so attentive and understanding with everything that I was going through. And we're constantly texting each other, checking in on each other. Like he is such an amazing person. And I'm so lucky to be on his show and be a part of his team, along with Morgan. Morgan is just awesome. She's just so funny. And, of course, being on with Jean.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so lucky for the opportunity to be on his network.
Well, if you haven't seen it, and it's Tuesday nights is a great show. It's the Underground. They start at 8:00 over there. Jen and Paul and Tina are moderators over there for him. And I have been blessed and asked if I would sit in for Panda this week because he is going to be unavailable. So I'm going to actually fill in for John. So if you don't know much about Sammy's show over there with her team and the Underground, check it out this Tuesday night, 8:00. This Tuesday night, Matt Simbatu just dropped it in, 8:00. I'm going to go over there and try not to make a mess of it and try not to get myself in trouble. We'll see if that really happens. Jen, go ahead and talk a little bit more about Sammy about Mousespiration.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about the channel Mousespiration?
I love how creative he is with his channel, and he's just so funny and so easy to watch. We actually met him in person, I want to say a couple months ago. He is so funny. He's a genuine guy. Him and his fiance, they're amazing people. So it was nice to kind of I've been on shows with him before, and Joey, recently was on a show with him, the Disney Villain Club, but kind of getting to know him and his fiance, they're just such great people. And I just love what he's creating, between, food reviews and, theme parks and just funny things. I think he's really talented.
Okay, and then the last one, Golden Retriever Life. That sounds really interesting.
Yes, it's funny because I ran into his page and I fell in love with how he was with his dogs. He started off with one Golden Retriever. He trained her. I mean, I love the funny things that they do together. And then he got a second Golden Retriever, and it was just cute seeing the both of them because they're both girls. So they're seeing the both girls grow up together and do funny things together. I mean, I love when he just he'll be sitting down and he's ready to take a picture with these dogs, and he's like, all right, come on, Ellie, come on, Emma, smile. And they just jump on him and they smell perfect. I mean, they are the cutest things ever. I just love watching how involved he is with the community and also all the different things that he does with these dogs. I mean, it inspired me to get a Golden Retriever. She doesn't smile at all. She doesn't do any of those tricks, okay? Right. I made the mistake of getting a girl dog because she only has eyes for Joey D. She does not care for me. She wishes I was out of the picture and it would just be her and Joey D.
She probably likes his butt, but I don't know. Anyway.
Yes, we probably have that in common. I will say that since I became pregnant, she is very protective over me. So she is definitely showing more. If someone knocks on the door, you'll hear more of an aggressive bark just because she's kind of protective. Or if anybody comes in that she doesn't know who they are or she's not sure, she'll stand between us. So she's more protective. So I'll take the little bit of attention I'm getting from her, just a little bit. But she is a Joey D girl. She sleeps with him. She wants to be with him. She just stares at him as he eats an apple. He can just eat anything, and she's just like staring at him like he's God. So I'm a little bit jealous that, you know, I wish I was being looked that way by her. But maybe the next dog.
Well, I'm sure Joey looks at you like that. So
Yes.
right.
I'm not as good as her, but you know, I'll take it.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Steph, you want to talk about next week's guest?
I sure will. So next week's energy is coming to the channel by way of Park Pass TV. These creators know the ins and outs of everything Run Disney. Adam and Kristen, and they've recently accomplished 10,000 plus subscribers on their channels. And they are a husband-wife team, and they deliver high-tech magical streams. So please be with us next week as we introduce this couple and their wonderful channel. I want to remind everybody again to leave a comment, please, after the stream is over. If you have any questions for us or about our guests this week, or questions for our guests that are coming up next week, or future guests you would like to see us have on the show, please let us know in the comments. And I see the Instagram for Triple C's is listed there also in the chat, so please check it out. Follow us today. And Pete, you gonna close us out?
Yeah, I'll be glad to close things out real quick. A couple quick things, random points. Dave is live, so we want to send everybody over to Dave as soon as we're done here. Just a minute after we have this big announcement of the baby name here. Dad Builds will be live later tonight. He's got a great one. If you're not later tonight, go over and check this one out. It's going to be fantastic. What a great thumbnail. Absolutely love that. Love that. So make sure you're going over and checking out Dad Builds. Want to say thank you to all of the ladies for being here tonight and for putting together a fantastic interview. Sammy, you were absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you, guys. I had so much fun.
Absolutely. I think instead of a final thought tonight for everybody, we'll do a simple final thought. You know, when we negotiated this out and I called Sammy up and said, you want to do this? She says, absolutely, absolutely. And then I said, well, let's talk about it. I said, I really would love, you know, that you're having this baby. You're coming on the show. I think we should call it Pete. And she said, there's no way in hell. And I said, okay, well, let's negotiate a name. So Sammy and I negotiated. We're making the official announcement now. The baby's name, we're going with Benjamin. That's the name we're going with. We've agreed upon it. This is a legal binding contract, so Joey cannot change it. So are you happy with that, Sammy? Would that be a good name?
I love the name Benjamin. I think it's a great name. I might, however, be sleeping on the couch for sure by myself. No dog.
No.
I think Joey is going to be very upset because he does not like Benjamin at all.
All the more reason that I definitely wanted to be Benjamin. You know. So I love it, guys. JSA Creations, phenomenal people. I'm humbled that they support our show the way they do on my Friday night show for Chris and I when we're live. If you haven't tried their ears, they're absolutely phenomenal. The quality, they're only ones my daughters will wear. They won't even buy Disney ones. They just want this. They've already told me that for Christmas. Go over there, great gifts and everything. The ladies, phenomenal job, all four of you. Amazing tonight. Next week, Park Pass TV on the channel. With that, we say go over and check out Dave. Go watch Dad Builds. Have a Triple C kind of night. Have some laughs. Have some smiles. Ladies, I bid a fond adieu. We'll see you next time on the channel.
Good night.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize. And that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style. The way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you at you, I know it's alright. You read my mind, but I can see that you don't realize